Whenever you're ready, Josh.
I'm so ready. Hello, Jay. It's a weekend today. We don't normally speak on the weekend.
No, never.
Never.
Speak to you
Do
once
not
a week.
Speak on the weekend.
I speak to you once a week and I leave it at that. I hate you otherwise.
That's fair. But we have to make an exception for that rule because tomorrow is the worst and the best day for any football fan. Not that you would know, you don't have a derby properly, but for someone...
I mean, every other team hates us anyway, so
Yeah,
I just deal with that.
Don't worry about it. But, you know, tomorrow is Tottenham Arsenal, it's the North London derby, and it's an interesting one, as 8th take on 10th. For the coveted prize of finishing above Burnley. Hello, Elliot. Well, it's a scary one, Jay, because Tottenham don't look great at the moment.
No, you since the restart. I mean, even before the restart, let's face it, you were struggling. But since the restart, you haven't done very well. You've actually drew 2 games, lost a game, and you have won 2. To be fair, like it seems worse than it actually is. I think.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It does. I think what makes it seem worse is the fact that this month Tottenham have had 4 shots on target, and West Ham's Thomas Souček has had 5. I think what makes it seem worse is the last team to register a shot on target against Bournemouth was Middlesbrough in the 2015 Championship. So when you start to look at things like that, you become a bit worried. We will talk about that in the actual pod next week. We will be discussing certain penalty claims on all sides of football.
And that will be out Tuesday, so be ready for that.
Tuesday. And watch that one because some opinions on that are valid. And some are not.
Oh, that's going to be a fun one to record. I'm just going to sit here with some popcorn. Anyway, let's keep talking about this.
Anyway, yeah, so it's weird. I mean, how many years have Tottenham been shite? Like, before 2000 and... Before we, AVB, then there was, like, the Sherwood fun half a year, and then, Poch upwards trajectory, yeah? There's no point disputing it or lying about it. Arsenal are the better team, historically.
Yeah.
On the whole. So, but even then, it's the whole phrase, it's a derby. Tottenham have battered them at Wembley. Tottenham have somehow knocked, my favourite one would be Lennon and Bale in 2012 scoring 2 quick-fire goals for 2-1. We've scraped draws, or we've scored a lot of draws. Like, if anything, if Tottenham were looking fantastic and we'd won all 4 and Arsenal were faltering, I would be more scared than I am now.
I said this the other day, it's a very Spurs thing to do, to have such a shit run of form and just not enthusiastic football and then go into an Arsenal game, a derby, and just smash it. It's a very Spurs thing to do.
Well, I don't know what the best way to look at the... Oh, sorry, you go.
I was going to say, especially with Arsenal having good form.
Good form's debatable.
I mean...
It's okay.
They've won 4. Since the restart.
Yeah, but... Okay. If we look at, the game to game, they haven't been impressive, have they, really? They've been...
I mean, it's so... Okay, so this is why I'm here. I'm here to be
I'm being
level-headed.
Fine. Cut it out.
Well, no, it's not that. It's like, they had that awful start with getting smashed by City, which is inevitable, and then Brighton doing a number on them. That was a terrible start, and we all thought that was it, they're done. But then, they started to play better, and they have played okay. I mean, they've got some games like Wolves. They beat Wolves 2-0, and, Wolves are doing really good. They've also beat Sheffield, all their main competitors. But that being said, their last game was a draw to Leicester.
Yeah, and a very strange draw because, arguably, we'll talk about this next week. Vardy should have been sent off. Nikita was, fair enough. It's weird Arsenal though because they have all these kids and they seem to be good, but at the same time, like you mentioned Nikita, you mentioned Saka, and then you've got, is it Willock in there, and like you're like, who are these people? Like,
where have they come from?
If they're good, they're good. Fair enough. Like, but where have they come from? Like, this is Arsenal.
It is legit. They've just appeared.
Like,
they've just appeared and they're smashing it.
And what's mad, like, I think they are making the right choice, because clearly there is something wrong there. But you've got Ozil sat on the bench watching these children, and something's gone wrong there. Where they've allowed
on the amount of money he has.
Yeah, he's earning like 350 a week watching them.
Yeah,
just like, what's happened here? What's happened here, Arsenal? Like, I'm pretty sure Ozil's wages could fund like 10 Arsenal children.
Get the full academy going.
It's just but yeah, it's we're gonna need a lot of luck, and still not sure how to look at this game. If you look at it on form, Arsenal are the better team. If you still look at it player for player, which is a dangerous thing to do, because Sheffield have proven that that's not always the best analysis of a team.
Yeah,
you'd still take Tottenham's team.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
especially because, like, as you've mentioned, there's so many kids at Arsenal right now, still learning, still growing as footballers. Where you have a lot of senior players.
I mean, yeah, debatable. How
established
good they are, like,
players. I mean, yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna say as well, like, you've got the whole Kane Aubameyang thing as well. The two.
Yeah, I mean, Aubameyang is class, but the Kane still. I mean, even though he hasn't performed really since coming back, this is the man that holds the record for like North London derby goals already.
Mhm.
Oh, he's either level with Henry or he's overtaken him now. I can't remember which one it is, but he's up there. He's there at the top. And these games, whether it's a penalty, whether it's I don't think I would actually be able to name you every Kane goal against Arsenal. That's how many there are. Like, iconic, like, whether it's the header, whether it's that mad screamer where he cuts inside, the favourite where he rips off the mask. There's like bad slides in. There's like 3 penalties I can think of. Like, Kane loves to score against Arsenal, and I've just cursed it, and it now won't happen. But I just think all or nothing. I'm going to place all my hopes on a Kane triple captain.
Oh man, that's bold. That is.
I don't care. If he lets me down, he lets me down. I'm not going to win anyway. So
I was going to say, talking about form, talking about players. What's going on with your defence, though, man? Going into this game, your defence, like the Dyer Sanchez thing, ain't working.
Well, here's the thing. It didn't work for a game. There was naivety there. Don't forget, there is no Dyer now. Dyer's out of the equation.
True, yeah, he got the ban.
He's banned. Which is sad, because I actually thought they'd go back to Alderweireld and Sanchez, but they in fact went back to Alderweireld and Dyer. But now,
what the hell's wrong with Vertonghen?
Well,
what's wrong with him? Is he injured?
No, I love Vertonghen.
Well, fucking play him then.
Hey, no, Jay, it's not that easy. He's one of my favourite Tottenham players of all time. All right, I love him.
I know that
he was badly exposed all season. He was
that bad.
Yeah, no, he was. It hurts me to say it. It hurts you to say it. Do you not remember the cup game where he got subbed off at half time and they kept cutting to him on the bench in tears, like almost?
I do.
It was a sad time, right? So the fact that then Toby and Jan came back against Bournemouth, we did keep a clean sheet. I still see Sanchez coming back in.
Okay.
But then again, Arsenal seem to play with a back 3, so maybe we'll go back to it. I don't know. I could not tell you what's going to happen in this game.
It is really well. That's what's making it exciting. To be fair, we're trying to do this preview, but it could be a mad 3-3. It could be a smashing from either team, or it could be a boring 0-0 because that's what the Bournemouth game was.
Too, and they haven't been. And obviously, they shut Wolves out, but you've got Socrates, who seems decent. Pablo Mari's injured. David Luiz, I think since the Man City explosion, and then him sort of finding his feet again.
Yeah.
We're looking about the time he should be having his next explosion.
I don't know this game. I know David Luiz well. This is the kind of game he'll fucking score from 40 yards or some random bullshit. This is the kind of game he'll thrive
Shut
in.
up, Jay.
I know. Like,
Well,
honestly, this is one of those weird games. I mean, Arteta's done well, to be fair to Arsenal, putting him in the back three, putting him in the middle of that. It's helped him a lot. I think he played really well under Conte in the back three system. But yeah,
it is difficult to talk about because then I start to think of Tottenham's attack, and against Bournemouth we played Lamella, Kane and Bergwijn. Against Everton it was Moura, Kane and Son, and I actually think he rested rested Moura for the North London derby, which doesn't really make sense to me. Like he I don't know, but Lamella's looks a lot of if you go online and you search Tottenham fans Lamella, you will see hate after hate after hate. But if you I assume you watch the North London derby. I assume you will.
Yeah.
And did you watch Everton or Bournemouth or anything? I assume not. But
I watched a bit of Everton. Got bored.
Lamella
I think you went 1-0. I know what left it.
Lamella doesn't do enough. I am completely aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. However, do you remember when they used to talk about Dembele and how he kept the ball and he just stuck to his feet and he'd like somehow shrug off 4 players and will retain possession?
Yeah.
Lamella is incredible at that. I'm not sure it leads to much, and then his final ball gets a bit sloppy. But I watch him in midfield, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake, he's lost it. Oh, no, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he hasn't. Where's he gone? He's just run off.
He just runs. You're right, he just runs at people.
Happened?
No, I've seen that.
The issue is, we do need to be chalk and cheese from Bournemouth. We didn't... Even I think Elliot said to me like he hates how he perceives Kane to be selfish and just shoots whenever. And he watched the Bournemouth game and he was just going fucking hit the thing. And Kane didn't hit the thing once, and that's worrying against Bournemouth, who are not great.
No, they got smashed by United 5-2.
But hey, we do this entire analysis, and I'm sure whatever happens, something will happen which will add further fuel to our VAR debate.
Oh God, yeah. I'm already getting sick of talking about VAR.
Well, for me, this has 1-1 written all over it, but I'm gonna just push it and say, come on, 2-1 Tottenham. Let's do it. Please.
I don't know if I was to give a prediction. It's really one of those games that it's so unpredictable because you don't know what team's going to come out. You don't know if the Arsenal that are finding their feet are going to come out and put the game to bed, or you don't know if the Spurs team are going to come out like the Spurs team of last year, come out and just fucking go for it, and Harry Kane just wants to score a hat-trick. It's tough. I really think it's going to be a draw. I think it'll be like a 2-2 draw, a little bit of a late dramatic one as well.
We needed this game to happen like in place of that United one, when we came back and we were fired up. And I do think man for man, if you look at those squads, and this is a big deal, and I think you will agree with me. Again, I'm aware that I am biased. If you were to go through the Tottenham squad and the Arsenal squad man for man, there would be more fire in the Tottenham. I feel like there's going to be more fire in the Tottenham players' bellies.
Well, you've got a lot of players that have been there for a couple of years and have played a couple of derbies, and
And I know they said that Chelsea is like bigger, but to them, but they know what this means, and you've got a manager in Mourinho that knows what this means. Like
he's one of them dudes.
Whereas I can imagine Arteta is still. I know he played for Arsenal, but he strikes me. Maybe I'm completely off base, but he strikes me as the kind of person that's there. Like, don't think about the fact that it's Tottenham. We're just going to play our way. And he looks
really evil though.
You need that fire, and I'm hoping and praying that Tottenham bring that fire.
Well, if you do, Josh, it'll be an exciting switch of position to 8th place, and that's all. And that's what we all want.
You know what, Jay? I won't give a fuck because we'll have beaten Arsenal, and I'll be smashed. So
What more can you want? All right, I think we're done, Josh. It's been a riveting preview. It's hard to tell what will happen. Check the podcast out on Tuesday. It's going to be a good one. Josh and Adam are definitely going to argue. I can see it happening. This game will happen. Chelsea play Sheffield tonight, so who knows what will happen. And guess what, Josh?
What?
Tell your dads. But don't tell him yet.
Don't tell him yet. Tell your dad, unless he's an Arsenal fan. Just
Right, bye.